Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The error code DTC P0221 pertains to the throttle position, TP, sensor B, which is reading out of range. The throttle position sensor plays a crucial role in monitoring the position of the throttle valve, which directly affects engine performance and efficiency. Located on the throttle body, the sensor sends voltage signals to the powertrain control module, PCM. When the PCM detects that the readings from sensor B deviate from the expected voltages, either too low or too high, it triggers this specific diagnostic trouble code. The vehicle's performance can be significantly affected, making it vital to address this error promptly. The subsequent diagnostic steps will help identify the root cause of the problem and determine the appropriate repairs required. DTC P0221 indicates that the throttle position sensor B is reporting values that are outside of its expected range. This sensor is mounted on the throttle body within the intake air system. Its primary function is to relay the current position of the throttle plate to the powertrain control module, or PCM, through voltage signals. The PCM then processes this information to regulate engine air intake, adjust fuel mixture, and control idle speed, among other functions. If the sensor outputs significantly below 1.24 volts or above 4.73 volts, it can cause the vehicle to enter a fail-safe mode, thereby reducing performance to prevent engine damage. Understanding the accurate operation of this component is essential for diagnosing the underlying issue. Several factors may lead to the occurrence of DTC P0221. Firstly, a faulty throttle position sensor B is often the primary suspect. If the internal components are malfunctioning, they can produce incorrect voltage readings. Secondly, wiring issues such as frayed wires or shorts can disrupt the signal sent to the PCM, resulting in erroneous readings. Additionally, poor connections at either the throttle body or the PCM can create intermittent contact, causing the sensor to behave erratically. Lastly, if the powertrain control module itself is malfunctioning, it may misinterpret the voltage signals sent by the sensor. Addressing these potential causes is critical for resolving the DTC issue effectively. The symptoms associated with DTC P0221 are indicative of underlying problems within the vehicle's throttle system. Most notably, the check engine light will illuminate, alerting the driver to a fault. As the throttle position sensor fails to relay accurate information, the engine may experience reduced performance, resulting in sluggish acceleration. The vehicle may also exhibit rough idling, leading to an uncomfortable driving experience. In severe cases, the engine may enter limp mode to protect itself, further exacerbating acceleration and overall performance issues. Recognizing these symptoms early can enhance the chances of timely and effective repairs. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0221 involves verifying the problem by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on position. Using the Honda Diagnostic System, or HDS, the next step is to clear the existing DTC codes. After clearing the codes, you will need to evaluate the current conditions of the throttle position sensor B. This includes checking its voltage levels, where any reading below 1.24 volts is an indication of the sensor falling below its operational threshold. If the values retrieved match the expected parameters, you can conclude that the failure has been replicated, allowing you to move forward to the next diagnostic steps. Clear documentation of these conditions is critical, as improper readings can lead to misdiagnosis. In step 2 of the troubleshooting process, you will again check the parameters of throttle position sensor B using the HDS. This time, you will monitor if the sensor outputs more than 4.73 volts. If this occurs, it reiterates the problem, indicating a potential fault within the sensor system. If the condition does not match, and the voltage is found to be within acceptable limits, then there is an intermittent failure in the system. During this phase, one should physically inspect the wiring and terminals at both the throttle body and the powertrain control module, PCM, to ensure there are no loose connections. Maintaining tight and clear connections will enhance the performance of electrical signals and reduce the chances of future faults. In this step, you will determine if any additional diagnostic trouble codes are present alongside P0221. Utilizing the HDS again, you will look for any confirmed or pending codes, particularly focusing on the relationship between DTC P0121 and P0221. If both are present, it suggests a common fault affecting multiple sensor circuits, guiding you to a specific section of the vehicle's wiring or circuitry. If only P0221 is indicated, the issue may be localized to the throttle position sensor B circuitry. It is essential to keep this context in mind, as the interaction between different DTCs can significantly impact both diagnostics and repairs. Step 4 focuses on diagnosing potential shorted wires in the THL2 circuit. Start by ensuring the vehicle is in the off or locked mode. You will then jump the serial communication system, or SCS line, with the HDS and allow more than 1 minute for stabilization. After this, disconnect the connectors from the throttle body and the PCM. The next task is to check for continuity between the test points established on the throttle body's 6P connector and body ground. If continuity is present, a short circuit in the THL2 wire between the throttle body and PCM must be addressed. Conversely, if continuity is absent, it suggests the wiring is intact, leading you to consult authorized service information or consider substituting the PCM. In this phase of troubleshooting, you'll assess the potential failure area regarding the throttle body itself. To start, set the vehicle to off mode and disconnect the throttle body connector. Next, shift the ignition back to on and measure the voltage at the throttle body's 6P connector. You are checking between the specified terminals to ensure it reads approximately 5.0 volts. If it meets this criterion, then the throttle body has likely malfunctioned and requires replacement. If the voltage readings differ significantly from expected values, further testing is needed to evaluate the assembly or associated connections to ascertain the fault's origin. Step 6 involves checking for any open circuits, particularly along the VCC3 line. Begin by setting the vehicle into off mode to prevent any inadvertent electrical issues during testing. Then jump the SCS line with HDS again for over 1 minute to ensure a stable condition. Disconnect the connector from the PCM and conduct a continuity test between the appropriate test points established on the throttle body and PCM connections. If continuity exists, the VCC3 wiring is operational, and you will then explore other troubleshooting avenues. However, if there is no continuity, an open condition needs to be addressed, requiring repairs in the wire leading from the PCM to the throttle body. The 7th step re-emphasizes the importance of checking for pending diagnostic trouble codes. Once more, through the HDS, you will seek out any relationship between DTC P0121 and DTC P0221. Following the same diagnostic process, if both codes are present, it mandates a closer investigation into shared wiring or component faults affecting multiple circuits. If only DTC P0221 is referenced, focus on the possible failures specific to the throttle position sensor B. Always remember, different DTCs reflect different areas of the system and can guide your troubleshooting effectively. Step 8 echoes the previous steps by confirming any faults in the throttle body circuitry. Ensure the ignition is turned to the off position before beginning your tests. Disconnect the throttle body connector and proceed to switch the ignition back to on. Again, measure the voltage at specified test points. If approximately 5.0 volts is present, this confirms a fault within the throttle body itself, necessitating its replacement. If not, the next diagnostics should focus elsewhere in the circuit path linked to throttle body operation. In the ninth step, you will conduct a follow-up open wire check specifically for the THL2 line. Start by turning the vehicle to off mode to enhance safety during testing. After jumping the SCS line with the HDS and allowing for the necessary wait time, disconnect the throttle body and PCM connectors. Conduct a continuity check between the identified test points on the throttle body and PCM connections. Finding continuity indicates that the wiring is intact, and you should seek authorized service information or consider introducing a known good PCM to rectify the issue. If continuity is absent, repairs on the THL2 line will need to be prioritized to restore functionality. The final step focuses on checking the SG3 line for any open circuits, further aiding in isolating faults. Again, begin with the vehicle in the off state before proceeding with diagnostics for safety. Connected the HDS line, following the earlier steps, you'll need to verify continuity between the throttle body and PCM connectors as per specified test points. If continuity is present, SG3 wiring integrity is confirmed, reinforcing that other areas may require inspection. Should continuity not be found, pinpoint the issue and repair any open conditions in the SG3 wire to ensure proper circulation of signals and optimal functionality of the throttle position sensor system. After all troubleshooting and repairs are completed, it's essential to verify that the repairs have been effective. Start by ensuring all necessary repairs are appropriately executed and components replaced if needed. Once confirmed, connect the HDS to clear any diagnostic trouble codes that may still be present in the system. It's then critical to retest the vehicle to affirm that performance has returned to normal operational levels. If the check engine light remains off and performance issues are resolved, you can confidently conclude that the repairs were successful. Always document the entire process for future reference and to assist anyone who may work on the vehicle afterward. Preventive maintenance is key to avoiding future occurrences of DTC P0221. Regular inspections of the wiring harnesses connected to the throttle body can help catch any signs of wear or damage before they lead to faults. Additionally, routinely cleaning the throttle body will ensure that the sensor can accurately register the throttle position without interference from dirt or carbon buildup. Staying updated on potential DTCs as part of vehicle diagnostics can help catch issues early, enabling quick repair and minimizing downtime. Implementing these maintenance strategies will not only prolong the lifespan of the throttle system, but also enhance overall vehicle performance and reliability. In conclusion, addressing DTC P0221 requires a systematic approach to diagnosing and rectifying issues with throttle position sensor B. By identifying the root causes, whether they be sensor faults, wiring issues, or PCM malfunctions, you can successfully navigate the troubleshooting process. Each step is crucial in ensuring that the proper procedures are followed to isolate and repair the fault effectively. It is equally important to conduct thorough repairs and perform final checks to verify that the system is functioning correctly, ensuring that vehicle performance is optimal. Adopting a proactive maintenance plan will help prevent similar issues in the future and extend the life of your Honda CR-V. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.